This Zoom session is brought to you a little belatedly by the Fractal Bullseye Water. All right, for today, we shall get on with, the modules. Module 3.3, excuse me. Trigonometric equations. Okay, here we go. It was annoying. All right, here we go. Okay, a trigonometric equation will be have sine x equals a constant, cosine x equals a constant, tan x equals a constant. Solve for x. All right, here we go. With sine x equals a constant, here's a graph of y equals sine x. Here's a graph of y equals a, and as you can see, it meets it in a couple of places per 2 pi. Here and here, and then 2 pi units later, one full rotation, here and here, another full rotation, and so on. This one has a solution arc sine, x equals arc sine of a, then plus some integer multiple of 2 pi for here and here and here and here and so on. For cosine x equals a, again, here's the graph of cosine, and here's the graph of y equals a, and it comes in pairs. This solution is x equals arc cosine. Oops, I forgot to mention. This and this and this have x equals arc sine a plus an integer multiple of 2 pi. This be pi minus arc sine a plus an integer multiple of 2 pi. Here we have cos x equals a. It's solved here at x equals arc cosine a plus integer multiples of 2 pi. And here at minus arc cosine of a plus integer multiples of 2 pi. For tan x equals a, here's a graph of tangent, here's a graph of x equals y equals a. Here, you have a solution arctan a, and then plus integer multiples of pi. So that's what we have. So examples. Okay, and a lot of these will simply solve for in the unit circle, 0 to 2 pi radians. So 2 sine theta plus 1 equals 0. Solve for that. Okay, if 2 sine theta equals -1, so sine theta equals -1/2. So one way to define these arc sines and arc cosines and so on is to draw the unit circle. For arc sine, we put things at the proper height, in this case, at a height of -1/2, and find out where it meets the circle. All right, now this is, we have it down to distance 1/2, out of distance 1. Therefore, this side here is √3/2, and this angle here is 60 degrees, or pi over 3. Well, all right, so that happens here for pi radians plus pi over 6, 30 degrees. That's 7 pi over 6, or 1 full rotation minus pi over 6, that's 11 pi over 6. Those are the solutions in the unit circle. And then you add multiples of 2 pi for all the solutions. For secant x plus 6 equals -2, solve on the unit circle. Well, first, we subtract 6 from both sides. So 4 secant equals -8. Secant, therefore, is -8/4, which is -2. And then taking reciprocals, cosine theta equals -1/2. Now, okay, here we go to the left a distance 1/2 and find out where it meets the unit circle. So as before, we have a 60-degree angle here and here, and this is pi radians, 180 degrees here. So you have pi minus pi thirds, or pi plus pi thirds. So 2 pi thirds, or 4 pi over 3. For cos squared theta equals 1. Solve on the unit circle. Well, cos squared equals 1/4. Cosine theta equals plus or minus 1/2. So we draw vertical lines at -1/2 and +1/2. And this is 60 degrees, or pi over 3. This is 2 pi minus pi over 3, which is 2 pi over 3. And this is pi plus pi over 3, which is 4 pi over 3. Or this is 2 pi minus pi over 3. That's 5 pi over 3. So those are the 4 solutions. For sine squared theta equals 1, that means sine squared is 1/2. So sine theta is plus or minus 1/√2. Okay, now that 1/√2 is for angles of 45 degrees. That's pi over 4. So you go, and this is sine, so you go up and down to make horizontal lines at height 1/2, 1/√2 and minus 1/√2. So this angle here is pi/4. This is pi minus pi/4, or 3 pi/4. This is pi, 180 degrees, plus pi/4. That's 5 pi/4. This will be 2 pi, 360 degrees, minus pi/4, or 7 pi/4. Solve cosine theta equals 2 theta. Oh, watch out, 2 theta. This is a little more complicated. Equals minus 1/2 on the unit circle and for all theta. Okay, if cosine 2 theta is 1/2, then 2 theta is plus or minus our cosine of -1/2 plus 2 pi k. Our cosine is minus 1/2 is 2 pi/3, then 2 pi n. 2 theta equals that. Now we divide by theta, by 2, excuse me, and get theta equals plus or minus pi/3 plus pi n. That's the general solution. And for specifically on the unit circle, it'll be pi/3 or 2 pi/3 or 4 pi/3 or 5 pi/3 on the unit circle. Here we have a quadratic in the in sine. 2 sine squared minus sine minus 1 equals 0. Now we can use the quadratic formula, or we can factor. I'll factor. This on the left equals 2 sine theta plus 1 times 2 sine theta minus 1, and it equals 0. So sine theta is, if this is 0, then sine theta is minus 1/2 for these two solutions. Or if this is 0 and sine theta equals 1 for this solution. This solution is at 90 degrees, pi/2. This solution is at 180 plus 30, that's 7 pi/6. This solution here is at 360, or 2 pi minus pi/6 is 11 pi/6. And those are the three solutions on the unit circle. Okay,